Got a new clock and a new stock for this new rock. Just let your mind loose from the new stock. Drunk off the goose, thinking that I'm too pop. Getting caught with a few thoughts, cause I'm too lost. Off the speakers can't even handle me. Give it what I got, nobody's gonna drain my energy.
Hey, what's up everyone? I posted something on Facebook not too long ago talking about how Arnold Schwarzenegger didn't have the best genetics in bodybuilding. Well, I got blasted. So let me clarify what I meant by that. When I say he didn't have the best genetics, I'm not taking away from him. I'm giving him more props. Basically, to not have the best genetics and overcome that and become an incredible champion, actually become one of the best bodybuilders in the world, I'm giving him huge props. And my honest opinion is he didn't have the best genetics. His legs, took him years to develop his legs to the point that he did. He actually lost his first Mr. Universe contest against Frank Zane. Reason being, he didn't have legs. Also, he wasn't lean enough for the show. So he went and killed himself for a year to build those legs up. Actually, he went to Reg Park and he said, Reg, what's your suggestion on me building my legs up for next year's Mr. Universe contest? And Reg said, Arnold, you wear sweatpants and tank tops every day to show off your enormous upper body, but you hide your legs because you know your legs are weak. So for the next year, I want you to wear shorts and sweatshirts every day in the gym so people will make fun of your legs. Therefore, that will give you the motivation to build those legs up. So Arnold did that. And every day he went to the gym, people made fun of his legs because he had weak legs at the time. But hearing that daily, he worked on his legs, overcame it, built his legs up enough to win the Mr. Universe contest. Now, let me name some of the guys with incredible genetics. We got Flex Wheeler, Kevin Leveroni, Sergio Olivier, Phil Heath, calls himself gifted. Hey, it fits. He is gifted. His genetics are insane. Every single body part. You can't find one thing on his physique that's weak. No weak body part. Even back when he wasn't a pro, you looked at his physique and you were like, perfect, Dexter Jackson. These are guys that have insane genetics. Now, Arnold Schwarzenegger was not given genetics like that, but he overcame it, and he was willing to do whatever it took. And his mental strength, I believe, still far exceeds anyone else's. And that just goes to show on all the achievements he's made in life, not in bodybuilding, in life. And it's all his mental strength, and that's why he became a champion. It was not because of his genetics. And here I stand and say, Arnold Schwarzenegger did not have the best genetics for bodybuilding, but he's still one of my all-time favorite bodybuilders because of his mental strength to overcome that and become a champion.
Genetics is a million times more important than people will ever understand when it comes to bodybuilding. In saying that, when it comes to anything in life, genetics is one of the most important aspects. A quick example is if you're 5'2" and you want to be a professional basketball player, guess what? You're not going to be a professional basketball player. Sorry. And it's the same with bodybuilding. Some guys are given incredible genetics as far as their structure, their capability of putting on muscle, their joints, their muscle bellies, how full they are, where they attach, how long they are, how short they are, how small their waist is. This is all genetics given by God. These are things you can't necessarily change. If you have shitty genetics, there's not much you can do. You can become the best that you can become, but to become the #1 bodybuilder in the world, it's probably not going to happen. And a lot of times people with shitty genetics will look at people with incredible genetics and say, oh, yeah, he's taking steroids. Yeah, he's taking steroids. That's why he looks like that. Rather than understanding that genetics plays a huge role. I can be driving down the street in downtown LA and I can see a guy. I have to admit, it's usually a black guy is what I'm talking about. The reason I say that, he's digging in the garbage, looking for food. He's a bum. And when he stands up, He's got ripped abs, he's got pecs, he's got shoulders, and the guy is homeless. The last thing on his mind is working out. And he's got a body better than 95% of the people in the world. I know people who've been working out for 12 years taking drugs that don't look as good as him. And he's homeless. Like, seriously, he could do a photo shoot. Ripped abs, small little waist, like an incredible body. That's genetics. A lot of people will never understand genetics. It's very important. Just because somebody looks good, maybe they had great genetics. Anyone ever think about that? Let me give you a great example of genetics, okay? This is the best possible example. Some guys are born with a 2-inch dick, and some guys are born with a 12-inch dick. Okay, that's genetics. If you have the 2-inch dick, hey, sorry, you're fucked. You got screwed. I don't know what to tell you. There's nothing you can do, you know? But you're not going to look at the guy with the 12-inch dick and be like, oh, that's a fake dick. Oh, you're probably injecting silicone in it. No, motherfucker, he's just fucking got genetically blessed and you got jacked. So people have to understand this aspect. I've known many people in the world that have been friends of mine that I know for a fact are not taking steroids, that have a physique that I can honestly say is as good, if not better than mine. I've been taking steroids for 25 years. I am not so insecure and fucked up that I can't admit that somebody has a better body than me and does not take steroids. It's a fact. I've seen it. I know about it. And it exists. And anyone out there who sees someone better is always going to say, oh, yeah, that's because of this. That's because, no, motherfucker, it's because they work their ass off and because they have great genetics. And just because you ain't shit doesn't mean you have to take away from how great they are. Take Phil Heath, for instance. Phil Heath is the #1 bodybuilder in the world right now. Do I believe he should be the #1 bodybuilder in the world? Yes, I do. Phil Heath has an amazing physique. He has amazing body. Now, there's guys out there who could stand next to him and dwarf him, make him look like a little boy. But bodybuilding is not about being the biggest. It's about genetics, aesthetics. It's about symmetry. There's a lot to it. And, you know, I'm a large individual. I enjoy being a large individual. I'm happy with the way I look. When it comes to stepping on a bodybuilding stage, a lot of people are saying, hey, Rich, you should hop on stage with the Mr. Olympia guys. You could easily beat them. Well, they don't understand bodybuilding. And I'm the first to admit that I don't believe I have the capabilities of competing with these guys on stage. I know this. And I'm here on camera telling people this. And I'm fine with that. I'm happy with the way I look. I'm happy with my lifestyle. I'm happy with the way I live. I wish everybody could feel that way about themselves and be able to admit things, you know? And again, genetics is everything. And no matter how much steroids you take, you're never going to change your genetics. And I can see guys in the gym that weigh 190 pounds, and I could say, wow, that guy looks incredible. And you know what my buddy will say? He'll be like, what are you talking about? That guy's fucking tiny, dude. What are you talking about? He's a fucking little pussy. And they don't understand the sport. They don't understand the body. They don't understand anything about bodybuilding. They have no concept. All they care about is big, 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 big. You know, big. I'm 280. I'm 280 pounds. Take your shirt off. Yeah, you look like a fat motherfucker. You look like shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, no girl in the world is going to look at you and be like, oh my God, that guy's got the most amazing body. It's like a statue. You know, you look like shit. You know, if you got a waist that's 40 inches, you're not a bodybuilder. You're not. I don't care what anyone says. In my book, you're not a bodybuilder. And to me, genetics is everything. And keeping your genetics the way they're supposed to be, not ruining them with drugs. There's certain drugs you take that will thicken the waist, you know, that will give you the steroid gut. My opinion is going that route is ruining your physique. ruining it.
Got a new clock and a new stock for this new rock. Just let your mind loose from the new stock. Drunk off the goose, thinking that I'm too pop. Getting caught with a few thoughts, cause I'm too lost. Off the speakers can't even handle me. Giving what I got, nobody's gonna drain my energy.